Hey gang, it's out here in nature, enjoying the view. Check it out. Sun is shining, but we got some time to talk about our self-imposed beliefs, our self-imposed 3D matrix. So when I talk about when I refer to the 3D matrix, it's not the sort of matrix you may have seen in the movie. That one was kind of blown out of proportion. It was a rabbit hole that was meant to take you down a different rabbit hole, the rabbit hole of fear, in a sense, if you started catching on to what they're trying to insinuate in the movie. But it's an analogy that's really blown out of proportion. Our 3D matrix, what it really is a system, a society based around fear. It's designed to, kind of like it said in that movie, it's extract your energy. You're not literally in a pod, but your body is kind of that pod, and it's constantly giving out forms of energy, right? So based on what you focus on. So the only traps that really exist in this 3D world are those that are self-imposed, right? The self-imposed prison that we have the key to. Okay, that is created from our own mental activity. Okay, so when you have a desire, your first thought that may come up about that desire is your belief about that desire. So let's give an example. A little kid wants to be a pro soccer player, but all his life the little kid has been told that his dreams are too out there, too crazy, and the little kid says, nah, that's crazy, I can't do that, right? So he has that desire, and then right away is met with the limiting belief, no, it's too crazy. Or say something else like, oh, I want to build this project. Oh no, that'll take too long. See, right away it snaps in, right? Your limiting beliefs are always there to match the vibration that you set. Okay, so even if you have these limiting beliefs, if you catch yourself in the midst of thinking them, right, you can think them, but you don't necessarily have to give them energy and believe them. The ego will automatically interpret the belief based on previous actions that you may have made, previous thoughts, and it will spit out another form of thought to match that frequency. But the moment you start unlocking the matrix of your mind with your own keys is the moment you start changing the beliefs, and you start walking around more fearlessly saying, oh, I could have any desire right now that doesn't hurt any other people, of course, and I could achieve it because I am a powerful co-creator with God. I am truly in possession of all the tools to attain whatever I may want, to create whatever I may want. I am a powerful creator, right? So I was watching this very interesting video that was talking about the Tesseract. And the Tesseract is a cube superimposed on another cube. Okay, so that creates the 4D element of that matrix. Some people simulate it to time, but what it really is a deeper version of the 3D, right? So you have the cube, and then you go deeper and deeper and deeper until it becomes what they worship, which is a black cube. The black cube insinuates complete darkness and a void, basically, an oblivion of limiting beliefs, self-created by your own mental matrix. So once you get that far down into those, it's pretty hard to work your way out of your own mental constructs, because you don't know what to believe anymore. You don't know what's real. You don't know which beliefs are yours, which beliefs are someone else's. And society constantly creates these boxes for us to fit in, right? For boxes to stick our head in, labels, limiting beliefs, or whether we're doctors or engineers, or, you know, oh, I'm a janitor, I can't do something like that, I can't do math, that's beyond my limiting beliefs, I can't do such a thing, I'm stuck inside my own matrix of thoughts, right? And it's funny because Christ, the symbol we represent Christ is the cross, right? But it's another form of symbolism. The cross is an unfolded cube. Christ, what he did was he unfolded the mental activities of many through his wisdom, through his life. His enlightenment is basically the letting go of all these mental labels we put on each other and ourselves, these self-imposed limiting beliefs about ourselves. That is really what the cross is, and it was ironic that they hung him on the cross. So that is the true enlightenment, really. It's the idea that you're not an idea, right? It's coming to the realization that you don't need to self-define or self-actualize or do anything regarding the self. What you are already is perfectly enough. And you can become whatever label you may choose to be, as long as you don't completely set your whole identity onto that, your whole sense of self, your whole awareness onto that. You don't attribute your awareness to that specific label, right? If I'm a doctor, I don't need to completely identify as a doctor. I can be whoever else I want to be. Just because I'm a doctor doesn't mean I have to limit myself from doing certain things, right? That's the game of life that we play. We have all these different forms of avatars that we may choose to identify as, but some of us are so conditioned that we limit ourselves to only one, or we limit ourselves to only one type of personality. You can literally be whoever you want to be, right? Just because some people know you some way doesn't mean that everyone has to know you a certain way. As long as, those things don't cause you suffering, because the suffering is caused in the identification and in the maintenance of those identities, in the constant defense of those identities. When the ego is threatened by an exterior force, an exterior person attacking your specific identity, you suffer, right? Your Tesseract gets all jumbled up and you don't know how to get out of it because you're stuck in your own mental prison. Okay, so unfold that cube. Take your head out of the box. That's what they mean when they tell you to think outside of the box. Think past your current limiting beliefs, past your set of beliefs, past your own paradigm that you already have for yourself. And that's quite difficult sometimes because we don't know what we don't know. So we have to look past what we know. We have to look somewhere else. Now, the truth doesn't always come from the outside. The truth usually comes from within. So that's why even seeking advice, you're giving away your own power because you have such a powerful internal guidance that you don't need to seek advice. They can serve as confirmations for you, of course, but once you become much more in tune with yourself, the need to seek for advice just dissipates, right? So try to analyze your own desires and see what thoughts pop up in your head right after those desires, and then question them. Are they truly real, or are they just illusions created by your own self-imposed mental activity, right? Well, okay, that's it. Hope you guys got some insights out of that. Interesting with the whole cube, right? It's your own prison. You got the key, so break out of it. Take care.